Alright, so you've created your first game in Unreal Engine 5, and now you want to be able to play it outside of the editor, either for testing purposes, or to send to friends, or maybe even to publish for the public to play. So how do you do this? To do this, you will need to package the game. But first, you need to configure the settings. So go to Edit, Project Settings, then to the Description page. Select a 192 by 192 image to use as the thumbnail for the game. Then write a short description for the game and give it a name. Then, down in the Displayed category, the Project Displayed title specifies what to display in the game window's title bar. After you have these settings to your liking, go to the Maps and Modes page. You will need to set the game default map to whichever level you want the game to start with. Now go to the Packaging page. The build configuration can be set to either development or shipping. Development will give you access to debugging features within the packaged game, but the file size will be much larger. For games that you intend to publish or distribute to others, you would set this to shipping. Okay, so now scroll down to the Platforms category and click on the platform you're packaging for. So I'm going to select Windows. At the top, you can select the rendering hardware interfaces you want to target. We'll just leave this targeting DirectX 11 and 12, which is the default, but you can target others if you wish. And then at the bottom, you can specify images to use when you load the game, and an image to use for the game icon. Okay, so when you have these settings to your liking, go back to the level editor. And then click the Platforms button in the toolbar, hover over the platform you are targeting, then click on Package Project. If you get an error that says SDK not set up, you'll need to follow the steps in this video to resolve that error. If you don't get the error, you can then choose the folder where you want to save the packaged files and click Select Folder. So this will package the game, and once it's finished, you will be able to go to the folder you specified and run the game from there. Note that packaging takes a relatively long time though, so don't expect it to complete in a few seconds or even a few minutes. Exactly how long it takes depends on the project and on the computer, but in general, it will use a lot of processing power and will take a while to complete. Okay, so if you're eager to get started learning game development, I teach a 10-hour-long video course on Unreal Engine 5 that is designed for absolute beginners, even those with no coding experience. You can find a link to the course in the description below, which has a promo code embedded that will give you a huge discount on the full course. Or you can click on this video here to view a 1-minute trailer. Alright, so I hope you found this video helpful, and hopefully I will see some of you guys in my course.